Hello, everybody. So good to be with you again. My name is Fred Davis. I'm with AwakeningClarityNow.com, and this is another Clarity session. So today's session is on awakening, on enlightenment, on realization. You can intermingle those three terms any way you want, because they all mean the same thing in this teaching. I don't know what anybody else means by it. So the reason we need to have this discussion is that there's simply so many wrong-headed ideas out there about enlightenment, and I'm sure that there's a lot of good teachings that would disagree with mine and all that. That's great. Go watch their channel. What I'm doing is telling you that this is the way that it's seen here. And I think it's a rather open way and fluid way, because the way that I see things will embrace absolutely every other view. True spirituality is never about exclusivity. It's always about inclusivity. So how can we stretch? How can we adjust ourselves? How can we include everything which it might be contrary, might feel or look or give us the idea that it's contrary to us? So enlightenment can happen any way it wants, any time it wants, to anyone it wants, period. So is enlightenment... Do you need a human guru in order to wake up? Only if you do. And if you don't need one, you don't need one. I mean, that's just the way it works. I know it's uncanny, but a lot of Hindu teachings and Indian teachings will tell you that you gotta have that guru, and some of the other Asian teachings will tell you that as well. And that's because that's the culture that they came from. But they didn't have a lock on enlightenment. I mean, I think that they certainly had the monopoly on it. I mean, they certainly had the majority of it for a long time, but they did not have a monopoly on it. I mean, it's just not like that. Awakening's never been exclusive to any particular area on the planet. It's not particular to any set of teachings, including mine. It's just there are different ways for this thing to reach different people, and I have forgotten that myself at times. I really have. And I've gotten on my high horse about what I do, because it appears to be so good and so this and so that. But it's only good for those it's good for. It's absolutely worthless to the people that it's absolutely worthless to. So we tend to, we ask questions about, is awakening fast or is it slow? It's both. I mean, it just is. There's typically an event. There's not even always an event. One of the most awake people on the planet that I know of has told me face to face that he never had any experience at all. He never, no event. He had no event whatsoever. It just slowly crept up on him, So if you were to go by his recall, then it's all experience. And you can go to somebody else, and usually this is misreported, misunderstood. But we'll go to someone else and hear about someone else that says, bam, I woke up, that was it. It was just one big gigantic thing, and I'm not going to say that doesn't happen, but I'm going to say it's damn rare. And assuming it does happen, and that's the way that it happens for them. And see, we get that idea, and idea goes in our ego's ears, and it goes, oh, that's the way it should happen for me too. The idea that it should happen to me in a particular way is the most common reason that I can't get somebody to wake up when I'm in a session with them. Most of the time I can wake people up, but if they're unintentionally working against me, I cannot wake them up if they want to sleep. And part of wanting to sleep is wanting things to be our way, including our enlightenment experience, both the way the initial event occurs, where please give me fireworks, give me bliss, give me a spiritual experience, like good God Almighty, fill up my house with rice or something. Give me something undeniable that I can show to my friends and myself, and I can look at it, refer to it again and again and again, so that I can say, I made it. I made it. See, but when I'm trying to tell you that I made it, the problem is that that's about addition. That's the ego looking for enlightenment as an addition, as a new thing to cloak itself with, so that it can be even more special than it was. Enlightenment is not about addition, it is about subtraction. Here is the math of enlightenment. 1 minus 1 equals 0. So I can't talk long about this, or I'm not going to be able to upload it to my site. I don't have enough technological wisdom to know how to upload a long video yet, but I will. So, do we need to read certain books, go see certain teachers? Only if we do. I mean, you don't. I've woken up people that never heard the word non-duality, never read any of these wonderful books, and not even mine. And so it can happen any way it happens, and you got to understand that once it does happen, the expression of that now is coming through 7 billion different people. See, each bit of enlightenment is that's a touchy word, but at any rate, each expression, this expression, your expressions, everybody else in the world's expression, is coming through this conditioning. I mean, whether I'm awake or not, whatever experience awakeness is having, whatever experience it appears that the unit is having, is coming through this conditioning. So this is Fred's skew on things. That doesn't mean it's the truth. It isn't the truth. It's Fred's skew on things. Fred's been around. Fred's got some pretty good ideas, and I think they're worth sharing, but they're not worth you believing. Don't substitute your beliefs for mine. Use my beliefs as a way to question yours. That's all what this is really all about. So there are no musts in enlightenment. None. You do not have to purify yourself unless you do. You do not have to meditate for years and years unless you do. Nobody else is doing it wrong. See, that's the thing, is we think that, I finally got my way to enlightenment, and this is the right way, and everybody else got the wrong way. That's mind talking, I guarantee you. That is either or talking. Either or. Is it that I got it right, or they got it right? Could we both have it right for these individuals, for these packages, if you will, for these units? What can these units hear? What can they know? I think I'm going to actually do a second video on this, so I'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks.